Let me see. Let me fix my pants.
You're live.
Hey.
Well, amen.
Hey, family.
What's going on?
Family.
Amen.
What's going on?
Hi. Yeah, Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom,
Yeah.
family.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Once again, we're here on this sixth day of the week. Sorry for being a little tardy.
Right.
There's some people who, amen, I won't say who it is.
I won't either.
But they make you late.
Exactly, and I can't stand that.
In other words, there's only one thing to do now.
Right.
There's only one thing to do now.
One thing.
Which one do? Which one do you want to show them gratitude?
I want to thank you.
Hey.
Yeah. I want to thank you. I want to thank you. Yeah. I want to thank you. You know what time it is, right?
Hey.
It's story time. Yeah. You know what I did earlier today?
What you did?
I got my hair cut. It's story time. Yeah.
What you doing?
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you now. We just want to give gratitude. Yeah. Got story time we're going to bring to you. Through y'all's work we're trying to say. Oh, yeah. Yahuwah gonna make a way. I know he's gonna make a way. It's story time. Yeah. You know what? I'm feeling pretty good now. It's story time. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here's what I want you to do. Open up your books, you're bound to find some freedom and peace of mind. Yeah. Oh, yeah. One more time, we've got to say what we're gonna say. Yahuwah gonna make a way. I know he's gonna make a way. It's story time. You know what? Bonnie G, she's in the house.
What's up,
Ho, she's in the house. It's story time. They call her Dr. Nowhere, but on here, she's Auntie Shelley on the beat. What about?
What's up?
Yeah.
Please excuse my expression when
you
the co-host. We're still
listen.
We're still taking
all I'm trying to do is the right thing. But you know how it is. What did Paul say? Every time I attempt to do good. Well, I ain't gonna say no more than that.
I don't know.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
I didn't know where that.
I don't see how
Okay.
us. Like,
well, I know.
Should I say evil on every side?
No, I didn't say it.
I'm sorry.
You didn't.
I said Apostle Paul said it.
Oh, blame it on Apostle Paul. Blame it on the Apostle Paul.
Anyway, we're glad to be here tonight. It's story time.
Yes.
It is the sixth day of the week. And I don't know about you guys. I'm glad to be here.
Yes.
I'm glad to be here.
Hallelujah.
Yah is so. Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
I didn't mean
What
to
you
cut
was about
you
to
off.
say is listen.
I didn't mean to cut her off. I did, but I didn't.
It happens.
Yah's good to all of us. And with that being said, my co-host LaVon here. Bonnie G, she gonna go to Jubilee. I believe you're gonna go there, right?
Yes, you're right.
The second chapter. Starting at the 18th. Is that the 18th?
Yes, sir.
Through the 22nd.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct?
It's
all right. Don't waste no more time. Go ahead and start reading.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Thank you, host.
Oh, you're so welcome.
And he gave us a great sign.
Yes.
The Sabbath.
Yes,
okay?
He did.
The Sabbath, that we should work 6 days, but guard the Sabbath on the seventh day from all work. And all the angels of the presence and all the angels of sanctification, these two great classes, he has bidden us to guard the Sabbath with him in heaven and on earth. And he said unto us, behold, I will separate unto myself a people from amongst all the peoples, And these shall guard the Sabbath, and I will sanctify them unto myself as my people, and will bless them as I have sanctified the Sabbath, and do sanctify it unto myself. Even so will I bless them, and they shall be my people, and I will be their Elohim. And I have chosen the seed of Yaakov from amongst all that I have seen, and have written him down as my firstborn son, and have sanctified him unto myself forever and ever. And I will teach them the Sabbath, that they may guard the Sabbath thereon from all work. And thus he created therein a sign in accordance with which they should guard the Sabbath with us on the seventh day, to eat and to drink, and to bless him who has created all things as he has blessed, and sanctified himself a peculiar people above all peoples, and that they should guard the Sabbath together with us. If you agree, go ahead and say amen.
Amen. Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Shabbat shalom. Shalom, family. It's the whole Sabbath.
Yes.
Yeah. See, y'all see how she kind of fumbled that word a little bit? That's why on today, I'm the host and she's the co-host. We have to learn how. I love this woman right here. She, oh boy, I just love LaVon. I really do. She's beautiful. Look at that smile. Go ahead, baby.
These
Show it to
two.
them.
Y'all see what I got?
And you see Dr. Norwood over here? Come on now, she's in there too. Yeah, she's another co-host.
Dr.
Hallelujah.
Norwood.
Matter of fact, sister co-host. Excuse me. Ooh, Auntie Shelly's on the beat, but can we please do a recap?
Look, I'm gonna do this recap. I already know where you're gonna try to take it.
No. We're going to
Listen.
let you speak, and I'm going to say, I'm going to silence.
Y'all might as well buckle up because he here.
Yeah.
Recap.
Mm-hmm.
This is a recap.
Yes.
We said what we had to say about it last night.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is a recap.
Yes. Okay, I understand. Yes.
Anyway, last night we went over how Moshe is on top of the mountain getting all these instructions, and the people say he's taking too long.
Right.
Now, granted, he was only up there 40 days and 40 nights.
Right. They've been in the wilderness longer than that.
Right.
Well, can I ask a question? At that moment, how long had they been in the wilderness at that moment?
They were out.
They were out of it?
Were they out?
No, they left Egypt. They got to the mountain because remember he said this is going to be a sign.
Oh,
when you come out, I'll bring you to this mountain to worship.
Okay.
So they've received the 10 Commandments.
Right.
They have said we're going to do it. Moshe said, okay, I got to go up, him and Joshua.
Okay.
So Joshua goes halfway. Moshe, I don't know if it's halfway, but whatever point he stopped. Moshe goes all the way up to the top to get the sapphire stones.
Right.
That Elohim is going to write on in the front and in the back. So he goes up there, and while he's up there, they're like, "Can he take it too long?"
Okay.
Even though the whole part where Yahuwah rescued you from Egypt from the time Moshe said, "Let my people go," that was 7 years.
There you go.
Gotcha.
There you go.
And you can't wait 40 days.
Okay. All right.
So Aaron says, "Give me your earrings." And he made a calf.
Yes, he did.
He fashioned them. He fashioned them. He made them. They melted the gold. He built an altar, and he proclaimed a feast.
Sure did.
Now, why did he do that?
Because the people were pressuring him. That's no excuse.
He was under pressure.
Is that an excuse? It sounds like you're leading to an excuse because
That's what I did see.
Yeah, it sounds like to me what I get was he was very passive about what the Most High told him to do, and blamed it on you. Well, you know who they are.
Yeah,
I thought we were doing a recap.
Oh, yeah, you can ask a question and I can make a comment.
We already know where he's going with it. Anyway, so Yahuwah tells Moshe, "Get down there because the people use your people." Because they were saying, Moshe, who delivered us from. They weren't even giving Yahuwah the credit at that time.
No, they weren't.
They were saying, "What?" But just think about what you're saying. You didn't make a golden Moshe.
You sure didn't.
You said the golden calf did.
Sure did.
But your word said Moshe led you out.
Sure enough.
But you built a golden calf. Come on, Ruah.
Come on now.
Sorry, I just flew that. They ain't even making no common sense. It's one of them times, like I said, when you see your child or niece or whoever, and they going down this road of lies, you just say, baby, just stop.
Right.
Just stop, because you just going to get yourself into more trouble.
Sure enough. Huh?
Anyway, Moshe comes down. He's so upset. He breaks the sapphire stones.
Yeah.
He melts down the calf. Calf.
Yeah.
He grinds all that into powder, put it in the water, make them drink it. And then he said, who's on the Lord's side? Who's on Yahuwah's side? And made them go kill a bunch of them die.
3,000.
Yeah. But Yahuwah said, this still ain't over.
It ain't over.
And it was
I'm going to plague this camp because of what they just did. But Moshe made intercession for them.
Gotcha.
He did it before he came down the mountain. And then when he came down the mountain and saw, he went right back up to ask
go get your
again. Yeah.
Right. Because they messed up really bad.
Yeah, because he thinking it can't be that bad.
All because he gave in to them people who just grinding him. Yeah. Sometimes the grind gets so hard. You just cave in.
And I'm not saying that don't happen, but it shouldn't.
It happens.
It should.
Sometimes it happens.
And then Aaron wouldn't even take responsibility for it. He said, I just put the gold in the fire and the calf jumped out.
Ain't that's not, you know what? When you read, boy, look here. I said to myself, boy, I've heard some whoppers. I told some whoppers in my life, but boy, that was a pretty good one, Aaron. I said, boy. I mean, can you imagine that though? It just came out.
It just came
shaped
out.
like a cat.
I just put the gold.
I didn't do that.
That's all I did. I
Incredible,
know that.
huh? Incredible.
That's a recap.
Okay, so where are we?
Thank you. We
so
are
for the recap.
33.
Okay. So I'm gonna just read from 33.
Okay. Yeah,
all right, you got it,
Elder? What verse are you going to start, baby?
I was thinking I was going to do 1. Is that okay?
You know what? I just want to make sure I was with you.
Okay. All right. Well, let's buckle up together.
Yeah, let's go.
Use him, yeah. All right. And Yahuwah said unto Moshe, unto who?
Unto Moshe.
Okay, all right. You with me. And Yahuwah said unto Moshe, depart and go up hence, you and the people which you have brought up out of the land of Mitzrayim, unto the land which I swore 7 oaths unto Abraham, to Yitzhak, and to Yaakov, saying, unto your seed will I give it. And I will send an angel before you, and I will drive out the Canaanites, the Amorites, and the Hittites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Yevuciy. Right. You're welcome.
Jebusites.
Is that what that is?
I can't.
Oh, Jebusites. All right, we go with that. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Unto a land flowing with milk and honey. For I will not. Okay. I'm sorry, you have something different?
No, I'm just saying a land flowing with milk.
Did I say something different?
And honey. All right.
I'll start with 3. Unto a land flowing with. Is that better? Milk and honey.
Yes.
You're welcome. For I will not go up in the midst of you, for you are a stiff-necked people, lest I consume you in the way.
So he's telling them, I'm upset right now. I'm gonna send the angel, but right now I'm not going. And look how he said, which you have brought up. In other words, this thing ain't over.
Yeah, so you know,
it
like
ain't
when
over.
somebody do somebody, you be like, hold up, nah, listen, if me and you walk out that door, it ain't gonna be nice. So give me a minute. I'm gonna still do what I told you I'm gonna do.
Yes.
But if I go right now, I'm gonna lay hands on you.
Yeah. If I go right now, it ain't gonna go
be good.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And when the people heard the evil report, they mourned, and no man did put on his ornaments. For Yahuwah had said unto Moshe, say unto the children of Yasharel, ye are a stiff-necked people. I will come up into the midst of you in a moment and consume you. Therefore, now put off your ornaments from you, that I may know what to do unto you. Ooh, this sounds like a real life father.
You finna get a whooping.
You about to get a whooping. Take your clothes off.
You know, wonder they scared. They know they was wrong.
Ornaments, clothes, I don't know.
Why? You just brought up a bad memory for me. That's
all. If you brought up with one of them mothers that don't play, or them fathers, you know they say, pull it down.
Man. Yeah.
Go take your good clothes off. I ain't gonna mess up the clothes.
And we always attribute it to slavery, like that's slave, that's slave. But listen, I see it.
See, you in trouble. Mm-hmm. In trouble.
And the children of Yashar'el stripped themselves of their ornaments by the Mount Horeb. Okay, so it's not like clothes. But whatever.
No, it's like the jewelry. Yeah, it's like whatever jewelry y'all got on.
Jewelry.
So I had to make a correction. You see what I just did? Because I realized I thought it was clothes, but it wasn't. It was jewelry. So I wanted to make sure the people understood.
Yeah, it's your accessories. Yeah.
All right. And Moshe took the tabernacle, capital T, and pitched it unto where.
We'll try it again, baby. Go ahead. You're all right. Go ahead.
And Moshe took the tabernacle and pitched it without the camp, afar off from the camp, and called it the tabernacle of the assembly. And it came to pass that everyone which sought Yahuwah went out unto the tabernacle, capital T, of the assembly, which was without the camp. And it came to pass when Moshe went out unto the tabernacle, that all the people rose up and stood every man at his tent door and looked after Moshe until he was gone into the tabernacle. And it came to pass, as Moshe entered into the tabernacle, the cloudy pillar descended and stood at the door of the tabernacle. And Yahuwah talked with Moshe. And all the people saw the cloudy pillar stand at the tabernacle door. And all the people rose up and worshipped, every man in his tent door. And Yahuwah spoke unto Moshe face to face, as a man speaks unto his friend. And he turned again into the camp. But his servant Joshua, the son of Nun, a young man, departed not out of the tabernacle.
Now, remember, they just got instructions for building the tabernacle. So he's saying this is what happened once it was built. This is the order it went in. Because remember, they ain't built it quite yet. But he's saying, because remember, he just got the instructions. Yeah. Just so we won't throw anybody off. That's kind of how they write these things. They say, but once it was built, this is how the communication took place. And that's interesting that Joshua stayed in there.
Yep, while they was talking.
He's actually going to be the next leader, but Joshua, you're staying in just where you live.
Wow.
You are in the tabernacle. Stay away from me. Right. I guess Yahuwah was saying, you're not about to be corrupt.
Yeah,
right.
I only want you with these people.
Themselves.
Yeah.
So I only want you around him.
Yeah, that's right.
Some people are so easily influenced
absolutely.
By the in crowd, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And remember, that's the thing he did with Enoch too. He said, I'm gonna need to separate you.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Come, I'm gonna let you in the garden. I need to talk to you. I need to separate you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's powerful. I like it.
And Moshe said unto El Yahuwah, see, you say unto me, bring up this people, and you have not let me know whom you will send with me. Yet you have said, I know you by name, and you have also found grace in my sight. Now, therefore, I pray you, if I have found grace in your sight, show me now your way, that I may know you, that I may find grace in your sight, and consider that this nation is your people. And he said, my presence shall go with you, and I will give you rest. And he said unto him, if your presence goes not with me, carry us not up hence. For wherein shall it be known here that I and your people have found grace in your sight? It is not in that you go with us. So shall we be separated, I and your people? from all the people that are upon the face of the earth?
So Moshe is saying, if you're not going, I ain't going.
Right.
That
sounds about right. That's legit.
I'm not going.
I say that today. Probably, if you ain't gonna be there, I ain't no
right.
reason for me to be there.
You ain't going, I ain't going.
And then he'd be like, go.
You coming?
Right.
yeah.
What you say? Mm-hmm. And then I just want to point just a small thing. At one point, we were a nation. Today, we are not. Okay.
Well, we are. We're just not together.
Yeah. That sounds better. And it's All right. Where are we?
17.
Thank you. Ooh. And Yahuwah said unto Moshe, I will do this thing also that you have spoken. For you have found grace in my sight, and I know you by name. And he said, I beseech you, show me your glory. And he said, I will make all my goodness pass before you, and I will proclaim the name of Yahuwah before you, and will be gracious to whom I will be gracious, and will show mercy on whom I will show mercy. And he said, you cannot see my face. Let me turn the page. For there shall no man see me and live. And Yahuwah said, behold, there is a place by me, and you shall stand upon a rock, and it shall come to pass while my glory passes by, that I will put you in a cleft of the rock, and will cover you with my hand while I pass by. And I will take away my hand, and you shall see my back parts, but my face shall not be seen.
Wow. Yeah.
But they are that close that Moshe could even ask him that question.
Right. Yeah.
He's like, I want to see your face. Yeah. Can I see you face to face? I want to talk to you face to face.
Wow. And it's almost weird that he's asking, though. For me, it's interesting, not weird, that he says, like, I want to know you. And you would think that Moshe already knows.
He knows, but he wants to see what he looks like.
Oh, that's what he's talking about. Yeah. No, I thought he was saying, I want to see more, like, trust. I want to be able to trust. I want to see you. Yeah, bring me.
Like Adam did. Remember, Adam and Kuba saw him.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
When they were in their righteousness.
Right.
They saw him.
They saw him. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
They saw, he came down and talked to them. They saw him because they were in righteousness.
Right. And since, and after that, nobody could look upon his face and live.
Wow.
And you know what? That's I mean, he said, let me cover you with my hand while I pass by.
Because you're going to peek.
That's a big old hand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And put him in between the rock and then cover. Because he know Moshe going to look. Yeah. He going to peek.
Yeah.
Well, you know
and get his little self in trouble.
But wouldn't you do it?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, come on, man. Let's be realistic.
Yes. I would try to peek.
And be like, think, you know what I'm saying?
I would try to
even though we know the risk. He said,
look
at me and live.
She'd be like, I gotta see.
Yeah, and then you'd be like, well, what if he's just sending somebody else?
Especially since probably because he's covering him so he can't see his face, but you get to see my glory.
Yeah.
That's all gonna make you the more reason want to see.
Well, let me ask you real quick though. Do you believe Enoch saw his face?
No, man.
No.
Okay.
Well, I don't think anybody would at this point because righteousness was snatched out the earth. Right. Like when Adam, the world was corrupted. Mm-hmm. So if you were man, if he created you and sin, I guess filled with sin, I don't think anybody was able to see his face.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm just saying because he walked with him,
Yeah, but
I don't think he saw his face, but like he probably saw like some of his body or something.
Yeah, I think he saw more than anybody else because Enoch was actually translated up.
Okay.
Into the throne room. And a couple of other people too, but remember their body changed.
Yes.
As they went up. So you have to have a certain kind of body
in order to see more. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay.
Wow. And I will take away my hand, and you shall see my back parts, but my face shall not be seen. And Yahuwah said unto Moshe, hew you 2 sapphire stones like unto the first, and I will write upon these sapphires the words that were in the first sapphires which you broke. He said, which you broke. And be ready in the morning, and come up in the morning unto Mount Sinai. and present yourself there to me in the top of the mount. And no man shall come up with you, neither let any man be seen throughout all the mount. Neither let the flocks nor the herds feed before the mount. And he hewed 2 sapphire stones like unto the first. And Moshe rose up early in the morning and went up unto Mount Sinai, as Yahuwah has commanded him, and took in his hand the 2 sapphire stones. And Yahuwah descended in the cloud, and stood with him there, and proclaimed the name of Yahuwah. And Yahuwah passed by before him, and proclaimed Yahuwah, Yahuwah El, merciful and gracious, long-suffering, and abundant in goodness and truth, keeping mercy for thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgression of sin, and that will by no means clear the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, and upon the children's children, unto the 3rd and the 4th generation. And Moshe made haste and bowed his head towards the earth and worshipped. And he said, if now I have found grace in your sight, O Adonai, let my Adonai, I pray you, go among us, for it is a stiff-necked people, and pardon our iniquity and our sin, and take us for your inheritance. And he said, behold, I cut a covenant. Before all your people I will do wonders, such as have not been done in all the earth, nor in any nation. And all the people among which you are shall see the work of Yahuwah. For it is a terrible thing that I will do with you. Guard that which I command you this day. Behold, I drive out before you the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites. Take heed to yourself, lest you cut a covenant with the inhabitants of the land whither you go, lest it be for a snare in the midst of you. But ye shall destroy their altars, break their images, and cut down their Asherah poles. For you shall worship no other El, for Yahuwah, what is this? Is jealous, basically.
Yeah, Yahuwah Kana.
Kana?
Is it Quana?
Or do you say it?
Kana, or is it Ana or Quana?
Wait, do you have? Is it?
It's not underlined. No.
Either Yahuwah Kana or Quana.
Yeah.
And that just simply means Yahuwah is jealous. For Yahuwah is jealous is my name. He is a jealous El, lest you cut a covenant with the inhabitants of the land, and they go a whoring after their Elohim, little e, and do sacrifice unto their Elohim, and one call you, and you eat of his sacrifice. And take of their daughters unto your sons, and their daughters go a whoring after their Elohim, and make your sons go a whoring after their Elohim. You shall make no molten Elahai. The feast of unleavened bread shall you guard. 7 days shall you eat matzah, as I commanded you, in the time of the month of Aviv. For in the month of Aviv you came out from Mitzrayim, and from Mitzrayim. All that opens the womb is mine. And every firstling among your cattle, whether ox or sheep, that is male. But the firstling of an ass you shall redeem with a lamb. And if you redeem him not, then shall you break his neck. All the firstborn of your son you shall redeem, and none shall appear before me empty. 6 days shall you work, but on the 7th day you shall rest. In the earing time and in the harvest you shall rest. And you shall observe the feast of ingathering, of the first fruit of wheat harvest, and the feast of Asipha for Passover. Nope.
That's ingathering. That's the Feast of Weeks.
Yeah, and the second one was harvest. Sorry. So I'll start back on 22. And the first fruit, and you shall observe the first, you shall observe the feast of the harvest, of the first fruits of wheat harvest, and the feast of ingathering at the year's end.
Okay.
Thrice in the year shall all your men, children appear before Adonai Yahuwah, the Elohai of Yasharel. For I will cast out the nations before you, and enlarge your borders, neither shall any man desire your land. When you shall go up to appear before Yahuwah Eloheka, thrice in the year. You shall not offer the blood of my sacrifice with leaven, neither shall the sacrifice of the feast of the Passover be left unto the morning. The first of the first fruits of your land you shall bring unto the house of Yahuwah Eloheka. You shall not seethe or boil a kid in his mother's milk. And Yahuwah said unto Moshe, write these words, for after the tenure of these words I have cut a covenant with you and with Yasharel. And he was there with Yahuwah 40 days and 40 nights. He did neither eat bread nor drink water, and he wrote upon the sapphires the words of the covenant, the 10 commandments.
This is really interesting because it's just it boggles my mind how detailed he is. When he tells them, "I'm jealous.
Mm-hmm.
No, don't go whoring after no other gods. Don't marry your daughters to their sons. Don't marry your sons to their daughters.
Right.
Yep.
Because they're going to pull you away.
Yep.
And 9 times out of 10, that's what happens.
Yep.
Yeah.
You need to make sure they grafted in before you get to
Grafted in.
marrying folks. That's
Mhm.
not in our tribe.
Amen.
Or in our
Amen.
nation, I should say.
Yes,
It don't have to be Jew. It could be anybody.
It could be anybody. Yeah.
But even how he, when they had to do the, where's the one when they had to do the lamb? Oh, he said, like, even when so you know how they had to kill a lamb?
Yes.
So he's saying, when you have to cook this lamb, because I guess sometimes they cooked it in milk, don't use the one you killed. Don't use his mama's milk. That's just cruel. You know what I mean? Like, that's his mama.
Yeah.
Have a little bit of respect for the animal kingdom.
Wow.
Like, he thinks of little things like that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wow. It's like,
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Wow. And it came to pass that Moshe came down from Mount Sinai with the 2 sapphires of testimony in Moshe's hand. When he came down from the mount, that Moshe knew not that the skin of his face shone while he talked with them. And when Aaron and all the children of Yasharel saw Moshe, behold, the skin of his face shone, and they were afraid to come near or nigh him. And Moshe called unto them, and Aaron and all the rulers of the assembly returned unto him. And Moshe talked with them. And afterward, all the children of Yasharel came nigh, and he gave them in commandment all that Yahuwah had spoken with him in Mount Sinai. Until Moshe had done speaking with them, he put a veil on his face.
Because that light, remember, he just seen the glory. Mm-hmm. So his face is probably like beaming. They probably like, whoa.
Right. And Moshe have no idea. Like,
he has no idea
that
his face is shining like that. Mm-hmm. See, that's that light inside us. Sometimes we have no idea.
Nope.
But people are attracted to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sound like... But Moshe went in before Yahuwah. But Moshe went in before Yahuwah to speak with him. He took the veil off until he came out. And he came out and spoke unto the children of Yasharel, which he was commanded. And the children of Yasharel saw the face of Moshe, that the skin of Moshe's face shone. And Moshe put the veil upon his face again until he went in to speak with him.
It's like, Moshe, it ain't getting no better. Like,
yeah.
I'm going to need when you come out to put the veil on.
Yeah, but you are bright.
Yes, you are bright. Yahuwah's the only one that can take you without this veil.
You're high beaming me, okay? Turn your high beams off. And Moshe gathered all the assembly of the children of Yasharel together and said unto them, These are the words which Yahuwah has commanded, that ye shall do them. 6 days shall work be done, but on the 7th day there shall be to you a holy day, a Sabbath of rest to Yahuwah. Whosoever does work therein shall be put to death. Ye shall bring no kindle for a fire throughout your habitation upon the Sabbath. And Moshe spoke unto all the assembly of the children of Yasharel, saying, This is the thing which Yahuwah commanded, saying, Take ye from among you an offering unto Yahuwah. Whosoever is of a willing heart, let him bring it, an offering of Yahuwah, gold and silver and brass and blue and purple and scarlet and fine linen and goat's hair and ram skin dyed red and antelope skin and shittim wood and oil for the light and spices for the anointing oil and for the sweetest incense and onyx stones and stones to be set for an ephod and for the breastplate. And every wise-hearted among you shall come and make all that Yahuwah has commanded. The tabernacle, his tent, and his covering, his taches, and his boards, his bars, his pillars, and his sockets, the ark and the staff thereof, with the mercy seat and the veil of the covering, the table and his staffs, and all his vessels, and the showbread, the menorah also for the light, and his furniture and his lamps, with the oil for the lamp for the light, and the incense altar, and his staffs, and the anointing oil, and the sweet incense, and the hanging for the door at the entering of the tabernacle, the altar of the ascended smoke offering, with his brazen grate, his staffs, and all his vessels, the lever and his foot, the hanging of the court, his pillars and their sockets, and the hanging for the door of the court, the pins of the tabernacle, and the pins of the court, and their cords, the cloth of service to do service in the holy place, and the holy garments for Aaron, the priest, and the garments of his son to minister in the priest's office. And all the assembly of the children of Yasharel departed from the presence of Moshe. And they came, everyone whose heart stirred him up, and everyone whom his ruach made willing. And they brought Yahuwah's offering to the work of the tabernacle of the assembly, and for all his service, and for the holy garments. And they came, both men and women, as many as were willing-hearted, and brought bracelets and earrings and rings and tablets, all jewels of gold. And every man that offered an offering of gold unto Yahuwah. And every man with whom was found blue and purple and scarlet and fine linen and goat's hair and red skin of rams and antelope skins brought them. And everyone that did offer an offering of silver and brass brought Yahuwah offering. And every man whom was found shittim wood for any work of the service brought it. And all the women that were wise-hearted did spin their hands and brought that which they had spun, both blue and of purple and of scarlet and of fine linen. And all the women whose hearts stirred them up in wisdom spun goat's hair. And the rulers brought onyx stones and the stones to be set for the ephod and for the breastplate and spice and oil for the light, and for the anointing oil and for the sweet incense. The children of Yasharel brought a willing offering unto Yahuwah, every man of work, which Yahuwah had commanded to be made by the hand of Moshe.
That is so interesting because it's not like Moshe said, I think it's you, and you. He said, you know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
You know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And it said, and then the Ruach stirred up whoever it was. They probably like, wait, is it me? Is he talking to me? Oh, okay, I am.
Yep.
All of a sudden, I can know how to do this.
Right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He said, You're gonna know because you're gonna know.
Yeah. Right. All this job was just the instruction was saying to the children of Yasharel,
it's time.
And then that's it.
It's time.
And Yahuwah handles the rest.
You know your assignment. Do it.
Yep.
I'm not gonna go among you and go, you supposed to be doing this.
And try to convince you that you're supposed to do it.
You know what you're supposed to be doing.
Sure enough, huh?
Yeah. He didn't have to do that.
No, I'm just saying it's good to know what what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
That's all that is. Yeah, and let the Ruach lead you.
Something on the inside.
Yeah, exactly.
Of you. Yeah.
It'll speak to you.
Yeah. And won't leave you alone.
And it won't. Boy, you better.
Boy, I feel like
No, I'm just saying.
Okay.
Yeah. You're talking good. You're talking good. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to go in. 30. And Moshe said unto the children of Yasharel, see, Yahuwah has called by name Batzalel, the son of Uri, the son of Huri, of the tribe of Yahudah. And he has filled him with the Ruach Elohim in wisdom, in understanding, in knowledge, and in all manner of workmanship, and to devise curious works, to the work in gold, and in silver, and in brass, and in the cutting of stone, to set them, and in carving of wood, to make any manner of cunning work. And he has put in his heart that he may teach, both he and Aholiab, the son of Achimac, of the tribe of Dan. Them has he filled with wisdom of heart, to work all manner of work, of the engraver, and of the cunning workman, and of the embroiderer, in blue and in purple, in scarlet, and in fine linen, and of the weaver, even of them that do any work, and of those that devise cunning work.
So he's saying there are a couple of people, because remember there's some he called by name. Yes. Those are the ones that are building the ark and all that intricate stuff.
Yes.
So in case y'all try to get out of it, because me, after what just went down, I'd be like, I'm going to pass on the ark. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go over here and build the gold hoops. No. No. You're picked specifically for this. Everybody else, they know what they're supposed to be doing, but you, this is your job.
And they have joy doing what they're supposed to do. Nobody's murmuring and complaining like why they get to do that.
Yeah.
Everybody have joy in their heart to do. It's a willing offering.
Yes.
36. Then wrought Batzalel and Aholiab, and every wise-hearted man in whom Yahuwah put wisdom and understanding to know how to work all manner of work for the service of the sanctuary, according to all that Yahuwah had commanded. And Moshe called Batzalel and Aholiab, and every wise-hearted man in whose heart Yahuwah had put wisdom, even everyone whose heart stirred him up to come unto the work to do it. And they received of Moshe all the offering which the children of Yasharel had brought for the work of the service of the sanctuary, to make it withal. And they brought yet unto him free offerings every morning. And all the wise men that wrought all of the work of the sanctuary came every man from his work which they had made. Okay. So I thought somebody was about to be real mad.
Yeah, I know, right? I was like, and like you said yesterday, they must have left Egypt with some.
Yes.
Man.
You giving gold every single day.
Yeah. Yes.
And that was
because you already gave it for the calf in that altar, those calves. And now you still got a bunch left.
But listen, it's so crazy because where they keep finding gold in the whole continent. You know what I'm saying?
Gold is.
Yeah. And we keep coming up.
It's not in California, it's in Africa.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. It's there.
Yeah, it's there.
It's there. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Verse 5. And they spoke unto Moshe, saying, the people bring much more than enough for the service of the work, which Yahuwah commanded to make. And Moshe gave commandment, and they caused it to be proclaimed throughout the camp, saying, let neither man nor woman make any more work for the offering of the sanctuary. So the people were restrained from bringing. for the stuff they had was sufficient for all the work to be making, and too much.
Mm-hmm. So he said when they had enough, he said, okay, stop.
Right.
Yep.
But unlike preachers today, you got enough, but you ain't saying stop. You ain't saying, oh, I can get a plane. Oh, I can get 2 planes. Just got the people keep giving.
Yep.
Ain't built a house or nothing for nobody else.
None. Cannot pay the light bill, okay?
Wow.
8. And every wise-hearted man among them that wrought the work of the tabernacle, capital T, made 10 curtains of the twine linen, and blue and purple and scarlet with the cherubium. There's the angel, and I'm sure I said his name wrong. Of the cunning work made he them. The length of the one curtain was 28 cubits, and the breadth of one curtain 4 cubits. The curtains were all of one size. And he coupled the 5 curtains one unto another, and the other 5 curtains he coupled one unto another. And he made loops of blue on the edge of one curtain from the selvage in the coupling. Likewise, he made in the uttermost side of another curtain in the coupling of the second. 50 loops made he one curtain, and 50 loops made he in the edge of the curtain which was in the coupling of the second. The loop held one curtain to another, and he made 50. Sorry, y'all. All right, and he made 50 taches of gold, and coupling the curtains one unto another with taches. So it became one tabernacle. And he made curtains of goat's hair for the tent over the tabernacle. 11 curtains he made them. The length of one curtain was 30 cubits, and 4 cubits was the breadth of one curtain. The 11 curtains were of one size. And he coupled the 5 curtains by themselves, and 6 curtains by themselves. And he made 50 loops upon the uttermost edge of the curtains in the coupling. And 50 loops made he upon the edge of the curtain which couples the second. And he made 50 taches of brass to couple the tent together, that it might be one. And he made a covering for the tent of ram skin dyed red, and a covering of antelope skin above that. And he made the boards for the tabernacle of shittim wood, standing up. The length of a board was 10 cubits, and the breadth of a board 1 cubit and a half. One board had 2 pinions, equally distant one from another. Thus did he make for all the boards of the tabernacle. And he made the boards for the tabernacle, 20 boards for the south side, southwards, and 40 sockets of the silver he made under the 20 boards, 2 sockets under one board for his 2 pinions, and 2 sockets under another board for his 2 pinions. And for the other side of the tabernacle, which is towards the north corner, he made 20 boards. And there are 40 sockets of silver, 2 sockets under one board, and 2 sockets under another board. And for the sides of the tabernacle westward, he made 6 boards. And 2 boards made he for the corners of the tabernacle in the 2 sides. And they were coupled beneath and coupled together at the head thereof to one ring. Thus he did to both of them in both the corners. And there was 8 boards, and their sockets were 16 sockets of silver, under every board 2 sockets. And he made bars of shittim wood, 5 for the boards of the one side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars in the boards of the other side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the boards of the tabernacle for the sides westward. And he made the middle bar to shoot through the boards from the one end to another. And he overlaid the boards with gold, and made their rings of gold to be places for the bars, and overlaid the bars with gold. And he made a veil of blue and purple and scarlet and fine twined linen. With the angel he made it of cunning work. And he made thereunto 4 pillars of shittim wood, and overlaid them with gold. Their hooks were of gold, and he cast for them 4 sockets of silver. And he made a hanging for the tabernacle door of blue, and purple, and scarlet, and fine twined linen, of needlework, and the 5 pillars of it with their hooks, and he overlaid their chapiters to their fillets and with gold, but their 5 sockets were of brass.
Wow.
This angel? You said it's an angel, right?
That's an angel.
Cherubium are angels.
Now, was he the one doing all this work, or was it him?
He was helping
and,
too.
Yeah, Cherubium is a type of angel.
Okay,
Yeah.
he's a type of angel.
And that's not the same as the cherubim.
I don't think so.
I
I think the Cherubium were the ones that he rode when he came down.
Oh no, it says cherubim.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Say?
That's what it says here.
It does say that. I thought it was a type,
but you know,
it's cherubim is definitely a type. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm just saying, though, this the way they describe how they building this. I mean,
Right.
I'm like, these architects ain't got nothing.
No.
I'm like, boy, I mean, you know,
it's so intricate. It's some parts tedious. Some it's like, well, you have to put so much emphasis on here. He's like not playing. There's no way you can mess this up.
Can you imagine how it looked though?
Ooh,
man, look at him.
It's got to be gorgeous.
Also,
I mean, it has to be.
Yeah, the chapiters are the ornamental head or capital of the pillar. So at the top,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Overlaid their whatever kind of work they did at the top.
Wow.
It's gold and silver,
and I think it's heavy.
Yeah.
And you said this thing was to be lifted up?
Yeah, they had to take it down. They had to carry everything a certain kind of way.
Yeah.
Everybody was in charge of something, though. Every Levi had their assignment of what they're supposed to carry, what they're supposed to do.
Wow.
It was like clockwork. You do this, and we'll get it up real quick. Wow. It ain't like they had a system. Gotcha. They most definitely had a system.
Okay.
That is wow. I figured like an angel had to help with this. I was like, Father, there's no way that you will have an angel build the ark
just like
with no ark and then leave them on their own. Like you got to put somebody on here too.
That's too much.
That's a lot. All right, 37. And Basael made the ark of shittim wood. 2 cubits and a half were the length of it, and a cubit and a half the breadth of it, and a cubit and a half the height of it. And he overlaid it with pure gold within and without, and made a crown of gold to it round about. And he cast for it 4 rings of gold to be set by the 4 corners of it, even 2 rings upon one side of it, and 2 rings upon the other side of it. And he made staffs of shittim wood and overlaid them with gold. And he put the staffs into the rings by the sides of the ark to bear the ark. And he made the mercy seat of pure gold. 2 cubits and a half was the length thereof, and 1 cubit and a half the breadth thereof. And he made 2 angels of gold, beaten out of the piece made he them. On the 2 ends of the mercy seat, 1 angel on the end of this side, and another angel on the other end on that side. Out of the mercy seat made he the angels on the 2 ends thereof. And the angels spread out their wings on high, and covered with their wings over the mercy seat. So it kind of like looked like that. Mm-hmm. With their faces one to another. Oh, like this. Mm-hmm. With their faces.
Yeah,
their wings. Yeah. Even towards the mercy seat were the faces of the angels.
Okay, so when you did cherubium, was it plural?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, cherubims, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he made the table of shittim wood. 2 cubits was the length thereof, and a cubit the breadth thereof, and a cubit and a half the height thereof. And he overlaid it with pure gold, and made thereunto a crown of gold there round about. Also, he made up thereunto a border of a hand breadth round about, and made a crown of gold for the border thereof round about. And he cast for it 4 rings of gold, and put the rings upon the 4 corners that were in the 4 feet thereof. Over against the border were the rings, the places for the staffs to bear the table. And he made the staffs of shittim wood, and overlaid them with gold to bear the table. And he made the vessels which were upon the table, his dishes, and his spoons, and his bowls, and his covers to cover withal of pure gold.
Yeah. Okay. So you better make them tables and everything strong.
Right?
So I think because I'm trying to really picture this. With the ark, he's mimicking I don't want to say mimic, but he's trying to give you an idea of what's in the throne room.
Yes.
Because remember, as he was ascending, there was somebody on the right, somebody on the left, but there was also angels.
Yes.
So he's trying to give you a glimpse, like this is heaven. Like, do you know what I mean?
I do.
Yeah.
Yep, I do.
It's how it looks in heaven. Yeah.
And he made the menorah of pure gold, of beaten work made he the menorah. His shaft and his branch, his bowls, his knobs, and his flowers were all of the same. And 6 branches going out of the side thereof. 3 branches of the menorah out of the one side thereof. And 3 branches of the menorah out of the other side thereof. 3 bowls made after the fashion of almonds in one branch. And a knob and a flower, and 3 bowls made like almond in another branch. A knob and a flower, so throughout the 6 branches going out of the menorah. And in the menorah were 4 bowls made like almonds, his knobs and his flowers. And the knob under 2 branches of the same, and a knob under 2 branches of the same, and a knob under 2 branches of the same, according to the 6 branches going out of it. Their knobs and their branches were of the same. All of it was one beaten work of pure gold. And
y'all get that? One. It wasn't no make the leaf attach it.
Right.
It's a block of gold, and you gonna make this out of it.
Right. Now, but what is the knob? What is that?
I think
is that like the?
It says, is that like the leaf?
Yeah, I guess it's like it's on the menorah, right?
Yeah, that little.
Yeah. Okay. I was
trying to picture that.
The little thing that holds the candle.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think that's.
I'm not sure.
That's what my mind says.
That's what I'm picturing.
Did your mind went there? Well, bless your heart.
And he made Cousin James in his own
acting
image.
up.
No, he did. He made him in his own image. And he made his 7 lamps and his snuffers and his snuff.
And his what? Wait a minute.
Don't. Proceed with caution.
No. I was
just
going to ask the question, but go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And his snuff dishes of pure gold.
Snuff dishes.
Of a talent of pure gold made he it, and all the vessels thereof. And he made us wait till the 2nd day to keep going.
So enough, huh?
Yeah, he did.
You know what? That was a good clip. You know what that was?
I'm trying to get a.
That was a good clip. Yeah.
It don't sound like these menorahs.
He made his 7 lamps and his snuffers.
See how this would look? It must have supposed to look more like this.
Wow.
See how I got leaves and like flowers?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Rather than these plain ones we be doing.
Right. But you know what? The point is they have 7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that one got 9. It's a Jewish site. That's why.
That's all right.
Oh, yeah, this one got like the little leaves.
Okay. The mouse. Okay. Well, what is a snuffer?
It's the one that's close to, to turn the fire off. Yeah.
To
put out the fire. Yeah. What were you taking? What was you thinking?
No, I just want to make sure that my co-host know what it was.
Mm.
Yeah.
I want to make
And
sure the hosts know
praise
what
the
it
Most High,
is.
y'all. They knew what it was.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, because when you heard that part, something leaked within your ruach. So
You know what? I
was
just
trying
wanted
to understand.
it was kind of interesting to me. That's all.
Oh, okay.
They made a 7-Eleven and a snuffer. Yeah. So I had a snuffer for each of them.
Yes.
Yeah. And they were made of pure gold too.
Yes, they were.
Man, look at here. Oh.
Let's make you give.
Yeah. I mean, look here. We the ones. We hey, gold. It makes sense to me now.
Hey, we can work that gold.
I'm telling you.
We've been working it for a while.
We've been doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, gold earrings, rings, necklaces.
Yeah.
Some of you ladies put the fingernail thingamajiggers on there. You know
yeah.
All
gold
that
plates,
stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Gold.
Yeah, gold teeth. Yeah, we do it all.
Watch out now. Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was looking for images. Yeah.
It's all right.
It's okay. It's all right. Ain't nothing wrong.
Well, y'all, we thank you. We do.
Yeah.
Well, listen, my bad. Forgive me. I'm the co-host. You want to go ahead and exit us out, Mr. Host?
You know what? Thank you again.
Place.
Thank you again for tuning in to Story Time. We had such a wonderful, blessed lesson tonight. And thank you, Tivani, for the wonderful reading. And for Dr. Norwood, Auntie Shetty on the beat, Bon for breaking it down when it needs to be broken down.
Can I just say one more thing?
Of course you can. Yes, go ahead.
I just want everyone to catch how detailed Yahuwah is.
Oh, yes.
I just need you to catch that.
Mm-hmm.
That everything has a meaning, which is why you don't get to do what you want to do when you want to do it. You don't get to make up your own rules. You don't. I saw too much of that in church.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like that's what you think is a true heart. That's your heart. That ain't my heart. And I can do this as long as my heart is right. But if yours ain't right, then you know, if I want to have a Christmas tree, or if I want to do the Easter bunny, I know the real meaning, so therefore I can do it. There are not two separate set of rules.
That's right.
It's just not.
You know what? That is so. When you say that, that even makes me think of He created you, just like He created these rules, and you have purpose behind you. You don't get to treat your body any kind. You don't get to do whatever you want to do with your body.
You don't.
You know. No.
Okay. You have a choice, but you don't get to do it.
You know,
it's not allowed.
Yeah, He wants to be in charge. He wants to lead you in all places.
But see, that's the whole thing right there, right? Mm-hmm. The choices that we make.
Yeah.
But I'm always in total agreement with you.
Yeah.
I want you ladies to know that.
Yeah.
And what you said, how detailed He was. Mm-hmm. That's what I thought. I mean, look at us. Mm-hmm. He made us. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, there's a lot to it. Yeah. All these bones and the veins and the heart, the lungs, the kidneys, the liver, everything is so detailed. We can tell the difference between a man and a woman. You know what I'm saying? At least we used to be able to, but
you're right.
Like you said, the choices that we make, the sinful nature, it's gotten unreal. But exactly.
But then there goes that part where He highlights if you're willing.
Yeah.
And they're willing.
And deal with the consequence. Yeah. Okay. Right. Yes, you have a choice.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but there are some consequences.
There's consequences.
You better believe
your consequences. I mean, your choice doesn't negate the consequence.
Yep. Just like they didn't get out of making that molding calf.
They still in trouble.
They still in trouble.
He said, "I'm gonna lead them because I made a covenant. I made a promise. I'm gonna lead you. You gonna get there."
Yep.
Mm-hmm. But right now,
man.
Right now, you're still going to get in trouble.
Like, all of that story
the consequence is still there.
Yep.
Do not cave in. Do what thus says Yahuwah. Yeah. Yes. Follow His word. Be obedient to Him. Because I know sometimes the pressure gets to us.
Yeah.
Where we just have to cave in. But see, there you go. But you don't have to.
You know.
We're gonna find out in the future.
Yeah, He is detailed.
Yeah. We're really gonna find out. when the rubber meets the road,
yeah,
we're gonna find out who's with him and who's not.
Ooh,
Simple as that.
Well, scarcely making it in.
Man, I'm telling you.
Scary. It's scary.
I'm telling you. But this is real stuff, y'all. This is nothing to be played with. You know, I like to have fun and all that, but when it comes to this, this is very serious business.
Absolutely.
Or he would give them
Very
these.
serious.
He said, "Make this tabernacle right."
Yes.
Right.
It points
Absolutely.
to something.
Absolutely.
Oh my
Don't play with me.
Absolutely.
Okay, what's the sad thing when you guys go up there and you be like, Father, yeah, I read your word to the people, and he said, I don't know you, depart from me, you toiless worker of iniquity.
Yeah.
Like that is so crazy. Like I built you for this, I created you for this, but yeah, you did whatever you wanted to do with a willing heart towards that.
Yep.
And then you come to me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or some people you gonna say, "Well, what was you doing over there? I told you to be over here. That's why I don't know you.
I don't know you."
Ooh.
Absolutely. Well, look here, ladies and gentlemen. My Hebrew brother is standing up, ready to press the button. So, with that being said, Shabbat Shalom.